Jake and I had been together for 6 years. We met during our second year of college, when we were both young and full of dreams. He was my best friend, my partner, the person I built my life around. After graduation, we moved in together, adopted a cat, and talked about marriage in that someday kind of way. It felt like we were on the right path, like we were slowly but surely building something permanent. But somewhere along the way, things changed for me. Not in a dramatic, explosive way. There were no betrayals, no fights that left us questioning everything. It was more like a slow fade. The passion dulled. The conversations became routine, and I started feeling like we were just going through the motions. He still loved me just as much, still treated me with kindness and patience, but I felt stuck. Then there was Ryan. We worked in the same department, and at first, he was just another friendly coworker. He was confident, effortlessly charming, the kind of person who always had a funny story to tell. I didn't think much of it when we started talking more during breaks, sharing little jokes, and teasing each other in a way that felt completely innocent. But as time went on, I realized I looked forward to seeing him in a way that made my stomach twist with guilt. When he laughed at my jokes, I felt seen in a way I hadn't felt in a long time. He made me feel excited again, something I hadn't felt in years. It started small, grabbing coffee before work, exchanging texts outside of work hours. Then, one evening, after a particularly long shift, he offered to drive me home because my car was in the shop. We sat in his car talking for hours about our dreams, our frustrations, things we didn't tell anyone else. And before I knew it, we were leaning in, our faces inches apart, the tension so thick it was almost suffocating. I pulled away before anything happened, but I knew then that something had shifted inside me. I tried to push it down, to ignore the feelings growing between us, but it became impossible. Every time I went home to Jake, I felt a strange mix of comfort and suffocation. He was stable, predictable, safe. But Ryan was fire, excitement, possibility. It wasn't fair to Jake to keep pretending everything was fine, so one evening, I sat him down and told him the truth. I told him I wasn't happy, that something felt missing, and that I couldn't ignore it anymore. He was confused at first, then heartbroken. He asked me if there was someone else, and I couldn't lie. I told him about Ryan, not the details, but enough for him to understand. The look on his face shattered me. He didn't yell, didn't beg. He just nodded slowly, took a deep breath, and said, "I hope he was worth it." Then he walked away. For a while, it felt like I had made the right decision. Being with Ryan was intoxicating. Every touch, every glance, every stolen moment felt like something out of a movie. He made me feel alive in a way I hadn't felt in years. But as the weeks turned into months, reality started creeping in. The excitement faded, and I began to notice things I had ignored before. Ryan was fun, but he wasn't stable. He avoided deep conversations, brushed off discussions about the future, and seemed to thrive on the thrill of the chase rather than the comfort of commitment. The qualities that once felt exciting now felt exhausting. It was only then that I truly understood what I had given up. Jake wasn't just stable, he was dependable. He was the kind of person who remembered how I liked my coffee without asking, who would stay up late just to make sure I got home safely, who always made me feel like I was enough. I started missing the quiet moments, the way he would pull me close while watching TV, the way we fit together so effortlessly. The love we had may not have been thrilling, but it was real. And now, I had lost it. Now, I find myself wondering if I made the biggest mistake of my life. Did I confuse passion with love? Did I throw away something real for something fleeting? I don't know if Jake would ever forgive me, or if I even deserve forgiveness. All I know is that I miss him, and I don't know if I will ever find something like what we had again.